All right, pickleball fanatics and lovebirds, welcome to PicklePatter. Today, we're diving deep into a question that's been plaguing couples since the invention of the dink shot. Can pickleball actually bring you closer, or will it just drive you to opposite sides of the court? Get ready for some juicy insights, because we're serving up a mix of spicy competition and sweet relationship advice. You with me on this?
What's fascinating about this whole pickleball phenomenon is that it's not just about the sport itself. It's like this unexpected window into how couples interact, communicate, and, dare I say, even fight.
Oh, believe me, I've seen it all. I'm Mark, your friendly neighborhood pickleball coach, and let's just say I've been accused of causing a few heated discussions on the court.
And I'm Raven, a competitive player who sadly is still waiting for that world's best pickleball partner trophy from my significant other.
Well, maybe after this deep dive, they'll finally see the light. We've got a fantastic article here from Pickleball Tips that's packed with advice on how to navigate this whole pickleball relationship dynamic. Ready to unpack it.
Absolutely. And the first thing that really jumps out is the importance of setting those expectations before you even step onto the court. Are we talking a casual, fun-loving rally, or are we channeling our inner Serena and Venus Williams? Because let me tell you, things can get pretty intense when you're both vying for that winning dink shot.
Oh, you know it. Remember those soft shots that drop right over the net and drive your opponent crazy? Those are bing shots, and I've seen couples nearly come to blows over them. It's crucial to establish whether you're aiming for a lighthearted volley or a full-blown championship match.
Precisely. And speaking of heated moments, the article emphasizes the importance of what they call supportive rivalry. It's about striking that delicate balance between wanting to win and, not wanting to sleep on the couch that night.
I like to call it lovingly competitive. Like, when your partner nails that cross-court ding for a winner,
Yeah.
you better be the first one cheering, even if you're secretly plotting your revenge.
Exactly. It's
Right.
all about celebrating those amazing shots, laughing off the not-so-amazing ones, and remembering that at the end of the day, it's a game. And hey, a little playful trash talk never hurt anyone, right?
Unless, of course, your partner takes it a bit too seriously, then you might need to call in a referee or a couples therapist.
Touché. But on a serious note, the article suggests establishing some nonverbal signals, especially when you're playing doubles. A quick nod or a hand gesture to communicate strategy without turning the game into a shouting match.
Think of it like a secret pickleball language only you two understand. Plus, let's be honest, nothing kills the mood faster than constant bickering, especially when you're supposed to be a united front against your opponents. Speaking of teamwork, how do you suggest couples approach this whole playing together aspect of pickleball?
Well, the article highlights the beauty of doubles, working as a team, anticipating each other's moves, and strategizing like a well-oiled pickleball machine. It's like a dance, really, but with less fancy footwork and more paddle action.
And hopefully less stepping on each other's toes, both literally and figuratively. It's about remembering you're both aiming for that same glorious victory, that satisfying thwack of the ball as it sails over the net for the winning point.
Absolutely. And you know what else? Even if you're both pickleball pros, sometimes things go wrong. Mistakes happen. The key is to recover gracefully and, dare I say, quickly.
Right. A quick sorry or a playful shoulder bump can go a long way in diffusing any tension that might arise from a less than perfect shot.
And here's a pro tip from the article. Take some time to chat about the game afterward. It doesn't have to be a full-blown post-game analysis, but even a quick, hey, what did you think about that last volley, can be a great way to connect and reflect on your performance as a team.
It's like a debriefing for your relationship, disguised as a casual pickleball conversation. Genius. But what about those couples who might not be on the same page when it comes to their pickleball passion? One partner is practically living on the court, while the other is perfectly content watching from the sidelines.
Ugh. The classic pickleball enthusiasm mismatch. Well, the article stresses the importance of finding a happy medium, a compromise that allows both partners to enjoy the experience without feeling pressured or neglected.
And this is where it gets really interesting, because the article suggests trying something radical. Switching roles.
Okay, hold on. This is where I need you to elaborate. What does switching roles actually look like on the pickleball court?
Imagine you're usually the coach, the strategist, the one calling the shots. Now flip the script. Let your partner take the reins for a game. Let them guide the strategy, make the decisions, and maybe even offer you some pointers. You might be surprised by what you learn about their playing style and how they approach the game.
That's a fantastic point. It's like stepping into your partner's pickleball shoes, literally and figuratively. You gain a new perspective not only on their game, but also on how they think and strategize both on and off the court.
Exactly. It's all about understanding each other better, both as players and as partners. And who knows? You might even discover some hidden talents or strategies you can incorporate into your own game. Talk about a win-win.
Now, that's what I call a relationship ace. But what about those couples who are dealing with a skill gap? One partner might be a seasoned pro while the other is still mastering the art of the serve.
The age-old dilemma of the pickleball prodigy and the eager newbie. The article offers some sage advice here. Patience, my friends, patience. If you're the more experienced player, resist the urge to turn into a drill sergeant. No one wants to feel like they're being critiqued during a supposedly fun activity.
Right. Instead of bombarding your partner with instructions, offer gentle guidance and encouragement. Remember, it's about fostering their love for the game, not turning it into a boot camp.
And on the flip side, if you're the one who's still learning the ropes, don't get discouraged. Everyone starts somewhere. Embrace the journey, laugh at your mistakes, and remember that pickleball, like any relationship, is all about growing and learning together.
I love that analogy. And speaking of learning together, the article suggests taking pickleball classes as a couple. It's a fun and supportive environment where you can both level up your skills, learn from experienced instructors, and maybe even impress each other with your newfound paddle prowess.
Plus, it's a built-in date night, right? You get some exercise, learn new skills, and bond over a shared passion. Talk about a triple play.
Absolutely. But what happens when those friendly volleys turn into a full-blown battle for pickleball supremacy? How do we prevent that competitive spirit from spilling over into other areas of our relationship?
The eternal struggle between love and pickleball domination. It's a delicate dance for sure. But fear not, the article offers some strategies to help you navigate this tricky terrain.
Let's hear them, because I think we could all use a little guidance on keeping that competitive fire contained to the court.
One suggestion is to shift the focus away from direct competition with your partner. Instead of constantly battling it out, try teaming up against another couple.
I like that. It's like forming a united pickleball front, combining your skills and strategies to conquer a common enemy. And it takes the pressure off the relationship because you're not directly pitted against each other.
Exactly. It's about channeling that competitive energy into a collaborative effort, working together towards a shared goal. Or you could try focusing on beating your own personal best scores. It's a great way to challenge yourselves individually while still enjoying the game together.
That's a great point. It's about celebrating individual growth and achievements, even within the context of a team sport. And it can actually be really motivating to see your partner improving and pushing themselves to reach new heights, right?
Absolutely. It's like having your own personal pickleball cheerleader pushing you to be your best self on the court. And, sometimes those competitive sparks can actually reveal some deeper communication patterns in our relationships.
Oh, this is where it gets really interesting. Tell me more about how pickleball can act as a sort of relationship mirror.
Think about it. If you find yourself constantly correcting your partner's grip or criticizing their footwork on the court, it might be worth asking yourself if you do that in other areas of your life too. Are you a bit of a control freak even off the pickleball court?
Whoa, that's a powerful insight. It's like pickleball is holding up this magnifying glass to our communication styles, revealing those little habits and tendencies we might not even be aware of.
Exactly. And sometimes those frustrations we experience during a game can actually be a reflection of broader issues or unspoken feelings in the relationship. It's like pickleball is this unexpected catalyst for honest conversation.
It's fascinating how something as seemingly simple as pickleball can unearth such profound insights about our partnerships, isn't it? It's like this playful yet surprisingly insightful journey into the heart of how we communicate and connect. It's amazing how pickleball can act as this sort of relationship laboratory where we can experiment with different communication styles and see what works best. But here's the thing, even the most well-intentioned experiments can go awry if we're not careful.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
And that's where the concept of boundaries comes into play. It's like having those invisible lines on the court that help us navigate the game. But in this case, it's about setting limits and expectations to ensure pickleball enhances our relationship, not hinders it.
Precisely. And the Pickleball Tips article dives deep into this, highlighting the importance of establishing clear boundaries around game frequency. One partner might be dreaming of daily pickleball marathons, while the other needs some downtime to, recharge their batteries and avoid turning into a human pickleball.
I've definitely seen couples get caught up in the pickleball whirlwind playing so much that they forget to nurture other aspects of their relationship. It's like that old saying, too much of a good thing can be wonderful. I mean, that's not how it goes, is it?
Well, you get the idea. It's all about finding that sweet spot where both partners feel energized and engaged, not overwhelmed or resentful. And sometimes that means taking a step back and embracing the beauty of me time.
Ah, the magical phrase that can save relationships. But in this context, me time might look like one partner hitting the court solo while the other catches up on their reading, enjoys a relaxing bath, or just basks in the glorious silence of a pickleball-free zone.
Exactly. Remember, personal space is essential for any healthy relationship, even if you share a passion for smashing that plastic ball with oversized ping pong paddles. It allows you to reconnect with yourselves as individuals, which ultimately strengthens your bond as a couple.
It's like that saying, absence makes the heart grow fonder. But in this case, it's absence from pickleball makes the relationship stronger. Okay, maybe you just made that up, but you get the point. And here's a boundary that's crucial for maintaining relationship harmony: leaving the competition on the court. No one wants to be punished for a missed dink shot with the silent treatment or a passive-aggressive comment about whose turn it is to do the dishes.
Oh, absolutely. It's about compartmentalizing, recognizing that a less than stellar pickleball performance doesn't reflect your worth as a partner or a human being. And this is where that sense of humor we talked about earlier comes in handy. The ability to laugh at yourselves at those missed shots or silly moments can be a relationship lifesaver.
I couldn't agree more. It's about remembering that pickleball at its core is supposed to be fun. It's about spending quality time together, getting some exercise, and maybe even sharing a few laughs along the way. Now let's talk about overcommitting, because this is where things can get really tricky.
Yes. The article cautions against getting so swept up in the pickleball craze that you overschedule yourselves, joining multiple leagues, signing up for every tournament in sight, and basically turning your lives into a 247 pickleball extravaganza. It's important to remember that balance is key, and that includes making time for other things you both enjoy, like movie nights, romantic dinners, or just cuddling on the couch and binge watching your favorite shows.
Exactly. Don't let pickleball consume your entire existence. And here's a radical idea. Establish no pickleball days or even weekends. It's a chance to reconnect with other aspects of your relationship, explore new hobbies together, or simply enjoy each other's company without the constant thwack of a pickleball in the background.
I love that. It's like hitting the reset button on your relationship, giving yourselves permission to disconnect from the pickleball world and focus on nurturing other shared passions. And speaking of nurturing, the article touches on the importance of respecting each other's individual needs and preferences when it comes to pickleball.
You mean like acknowledging that one partner might be a fierce competitor while the other prefers a more laid-back recreational approach?
Exactly. It's about understanding that there's no right or wrong way to enjoy pickleball as long as you're both having fun and respecting each other's styles. It's about embracing those differences and finding ways to support each other both on and off the court. And, sometimes that means making compromises, adjusting your game or your expectations to ensure everyone feels comfortable and included.
That's such a great point. It's not about sacrificing your own enjoyment, but rather finding that middle ground where you can both thrive as individuals and as a couple. And, it strikes me that this whole concept of respecting different pickleball personalities is actually a valuable lesson for relationships in general, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. It's about recognizing that our partners are unique individuals with their own quirks, passions, and approaches to life, both on and off the pickleball court. And it's about embracing those differences, celebrating the unique spice they bring to the relationship, and finding ways to navigate those differences with love, understanding, and a healthy dose of humor.
Beautifully said. It's like that classic line from the movie When Harry Met Sally: I'll have what she's having, but in this case it's I'll have what he's playing, whether it's a competitive smash or a gentle dink shot.
Right.
But hey, we've been chatting for a while now, and I'm starting to feel like I need to stretch my pickleball muscles. What do you say we take a quick break and then come back with some final thoughts on how this surprisingly insightful sport can enhance our relationships?
Sounds like a plan. We'll be back in a jiffy with some closing volleys of wisdom guaranteed to leave you feeling inspired and ready to hit the court with your partner, both literally and figuratively.
All right, pickleball enthusiasts and relationship adventurers, we're back for our final set of our deep dive into the surprisingly complex world of pickleball and its impact on our love lives.
We've covered a lot of ground today, from communication styles and supportive rivalry to the importance of boundaries and embracing those me-time moments. But as we wrap up this insightful journey, I'm curious, what are some of the key takeaways that really resonated with you?
You know what strikes me is how pickleball, with its unique blend of competition and collaboration, really does mirror the dynamics of a healthy relationship. It's about finding that delicate balance between supporting each other, celebrating individual achievements, and navigating those inevitable moments of conflict with grace and a sense of humor.
Absolutely. It's like a microcosm of all the challenges and triumphs that come with being in a partnership, all condensed into a fast-paced, paddle-swinging, dink shot-filled game. And just like in a successful relationship, a sense of humor goes a long way on the pickleball court. The ability to laugh at yourselves at those missed shots or silly moments can diffuse tension and keep the game lighthearted and fun.
Because at the end of the day, it's just a game, right?
Yeah.
It's about enjoying each other's company, getting some exercise, and maybe even impressing each other with a few killer cross-court shots.
Exactly. And the pickleball tips article we've been exploring suggests that those shared experiences on the court, the laughter, the friendly competition, and the moments of triumph and defeat can actually contribute to a stronger and more resilient relationship.
So not only can pickleball be a fun and engaging activity for couples, but it might actually strengthen your bond in the long run. Now, that's what I call a relationship win-win.
Absolutely. And as we wrap up our dip dive, I think it's important to remember that every couple is unique. What works for one might not work for another. The key is to find what works for you and your partner, communicate openly, and always prioritize respect and understanding.
Couldn't have said it better myself. And if
Yeah.
you're looking for a new way to spice things up, have some fun together, and maybe even learn a thing or two about each other along the way, why not give pickleball a try? You never know. It might just be the secret ingredient to a more connected and fulfilling relationship.
Who wouldn't want a little more love, laughter, and maybe a few competitive volleys in their lives? So there you have it, folks. Our deep dive into the surprisingly insightful world of pickleball and relationships. We hope you've enjoyed the journey and maybe even feel inspired to grab a paddle and hit the court with your partner. Until next time, keep those dink shots sharp and those relationship goals even sharper.